We are here. Welcome back to another episode of the Thirsty Nerds podcast. We are in the room. We are going to review some comics.
Yeah, comic book review.
Yeah, so
do it.
It's a light one today.
I didn't believe you when you said that.
Yeah, I didn't either. There's no conviction in it.
You sound like an AI.
Don't try again, please. For us,
We'll call you.
We'll call you. We'll call you.
That's fucked up. That hurts my soul.
Don't let him take his coat either. Put him outside.
Yeah.
Sir, the water is no longer complimentary.
Yeah,
I know. Take that water back. Get the water back.
Spit it out. Yes, back in the jug.
Yeah, throw up.
I understand you've opened the packet, but we need it back. All this stuff is accounted for.
Comic book review.
Comic book reviews.
Fuck yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Shut the fuck.
Cursing in the beginning. All right.
I can edit it out.
I know. I'm fucking with you, man.
No, you're not.
We're gonna talk about some Dynamite today. Dynamite, capital D for dry. I'm sorry to put that.
Dynamite, more like
that on it.
more like wet firework. There you go.
You're not wrong.
It's not. You try to light it up, and
It's like it's not working.
too wet.
Dud could have worked.
Captain Planet #1.
He's a hero.
He is a hero. Is he my hero? I don't know.
Is there any pollution in here? No.
There's some talks and some like hinting at pollution. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. I think now is the worst time to make this hero. Like, at least back then we had like a lot of propaganda that would lead us to believe, of course, our planet's doing well. But there's just too much evidence that it's not. And I don't know.
When fracking was getting pushed,
Yeah.
where were you?
I don't know what I don't know.
I honestly,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, honestly, I felt like the whole part of him that's about like the environment stuff, there's like sprinkle in there, but he just feels just like without him being a Captain Planet character, like he is Captain Planet, he just feels like a hero who just spread his power around, and everyone's got kind of powers now. But the environment, it's like,
Let's keep it cute.
It is an introduction issue, so right now they just assembled the Green Lantern Corps, and we'll see how the.
Boy, was it an introduction! God damn!
I thought Gaia was a goddess.
yeah,
Nope, just a lady.
She's just a woman.
Yep, just a woman that gets captured and
they just
loses her jewelry.
She got iced.
Where's his mullet?
Where's his mullet? What are these rock shoulder pads?
No,
I don't like any of that.
He is Mr.
Yeah,
Fantastic, but green.
I'm not a fan of the redesign. He's pretty. Don't get me wrong,
Did we not
Captain.
praise this design?
No,
No,
I didn't.
I didn't. I'm not a fan of this.
Who was I talking to then?
I don't know.
But like Captain Planet was always handsome, but I don't know. It's just this updated, like
Lumberjack beard's always been in, apparently.
I guess. I mean, he's Zad. They're trying to make him Zaddy, which is cool. Like if that's what you're gonna go for, cool. But like, there's really not much substance in this book other than just look how sexy we are, and the kids aren't kids anymore.
No,
we need to make them sexy. We need to make them
dangerous,
edgy, and like edgy. more raw. Like what they turn. What's his face around the heart? Well, what's his face with the heart power? He's scary.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you with my heart.
I'm gonna give you a heart attack.
If I would have met you yesterday, I would have killed you, but I've had a change of heart.
Yeah.
He did it.
That was everyone's. That was kind of everyone's line.
Everyone had a little line. Yeah.
I could kill you, but whatever.
Yeah, they know, like anyone had like some type of weird, you know what? It fits. The corny line fits. You know what? It does. All the corny lines, they fit.
You know what? They mentioned Detroit. 10 out of 10 comic. There you go.
It's on fire.
That was the fire one.
Wow,
right?
We've heard that one before. We don't give a fuck.
That's really all it takes. Right?
That's all it takes. We got mentioned once.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at you in your repping of your place in that, and I respect that. I do not respect this comic in sense, and I don't hate it. There's two lenses that I want to look at it with. The first lens is like that understands they're not gonna delve into real world like issues, and it's gonna be like hokey, and they're gonna try and like see some ground on making it modern, whatever. And I get that. And for looking at it through that lens, it's an okay #1. It doesn't move the needle for me. Like, this is not going to make you get into Captain Planet.
And I think there's a thing. I don't think it moves the needle at all. Like it's very introduction. I get it. It's an introduction issue, but it's the way it's handled. It's so like kind of just Boom,
like,
boom, 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 boom.
if you're not breaking the doors off with something new to say, you're just resetting the status quo. He's not one of those characters that I need to be part of that.
Yeah.
Like I said, the climate stuff, you need to break off the doors with your issue 1.
Yeah.
Because I should want to come back. Your hands raised?
My dream for this comic is for them to tackle like different world issues and be just like the Captain Planet cartoon and be educational as well as
and then not fix anything either.
They don't have to fix nothing. Yeah, just bring awareness to it. You know, bring awareness to it. If they're in Russia, bring awareness to the people reading of some environmental issue in Russia and explain it to the readers.
Are you saying they're going to go to each region that these kids are from and they're like, hey, remember you see all these issues
They're
here?
not kids.
I'm sorry.
Bills,
Yeah, like if they
those motherfuckers are old.
if they want to do something like that, like going different spots. I'm just saying if this is going to be the Captain Planet that I remember,
They should be woke. They should try their best to be woke in a very real sense.
yeah, just be the character. Educate the readers about different issues that are going on about the planet that Captain Planet would.
How much woke is a Russian punk metal band thinking about the environment? How much more do you want?
All
That's the thing. Like I get what
all the woke.
I get what you're saying,
woke.
and I wish
Load it up.
And that's the thing. I wish they were even leaning that. I wish it felt like it was going to go in that direction, but it just feels like they just insert superhero here. That's how it feels like, and they say, "Oh, it's Captain America this time. I'm Captain Planet."
You just
this
really
time.
like Steve Rogers.
I love Steve Rogers.
Or Sam Wilson.
That's America's ass, man.
Whichever one comes to your head. I don't know.
Comes on his head.
Ryan Coogler.
Yikes.
Look, it feels like if it wasn't for the name, who cares? Like this is like it feels like a little bit of a throwaway issue. It is Dynamite Comics, the same people who made the Ghosts.
Yeah, they handle all
Space Ghost.
the dry stuff. Yep.
I thought Space Ghost was pretty good, like for issue 1 and everything. I just didn't feel. I felt a little bit more from that than from this.
Yeah, for me,
absolutely.
I wanted them to come out the gate with more.
Yeah.
With such a character like this.
Even the issue that they put, they're gonna go save Gaia. Why? Because this company wants to take her powers and use it for the betterment of humanity, aka to develop services. But like, what does that have to do with like
Saving the planet?
It's just an evil corporation.
I don't know, man. Save Gaia. 6G internet around the planet. I don't know, bro. Gaia, you might have to chill.
I swear to God, towards the end of it, I was like, yeah, why can't us humans have some of this?
See, like, I don't know. The messaging is strange.
You're confusing me. Which one
Like-
we want?
Why do they not? EV. Why? I don't know.
It's strange.
Yeah.
It could go somewhere. They could do something with it. I could be surprised.
Yeah.
Come issue 3 or 4.
It should have been Don Cheeto. Should have been him.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Should have
Sure.
been him.
I knew you could do that.
Turn everyone to a tree.
I knew you could do it. Everybody's a tree.
Everybody's a tree.
I knew I'd do it. Oh, my heart hurts. I don't know.
I kind of do look forward to see what happens with this. This was to me the intro. You know, Earth, fire,
Yeah, very.
Captain Planet.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like it's just very blandy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna
introduce him again, like especially with like the character changes that they made to each one of them.
Yeah.
Like you made them, they're grown up. Like go into it just a little bit more. I don't know, but you don't
Captain
have
Planet is a very specific type of hero.
I think the problem should have been set up in this issue and the introduction of the other characters in the second issue.
I was just gonna say like it should have just been about him and the problem, and then at the end,
we can start introducing him.
and that could be each issue. And
I
stuff
think
like
Captain Planet would just disintegrate today because
That's what I'm saying. He would come in screaming.
Do you not remember there was an episode where they went back in time and he came face to face with Big Adolf?
Excuse me?
Oh my
Yes,
what the fuck?
there was an episode, and then he just stared at Captain Planet. Captain Planet said, "Oh!" They're like, "Are you okay?" He said, "Hate is a type of pollution too."
Oh my God.
Yeah, this Captain Planet doesn't stand a chance.
That boy logged on to one
Just
social
in
media
this
platform
world?
and just turned to dust.
just breathing the air on this bitch now, he would disintegrate.
Why don't they like Wicked?
No, for real.
One Call of Duty fucking lobby.
Yeah, one Call of Duty lobby will fry his brain. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it's not unfortunate. We are moving on to Marvel's big one, second biggest one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, second biggest one this week. We are talking about Imperial from Jonathan Hickman. This one just kind of came out of the ethos.
Yeah.
I don't really know what this is following up to. I mean, I guess it's following up to World War Hulk or whatever, but I didn't really see there's nothing in my peripheral that was leading up to this event.
No,
at all.
to me, I remember.
The thing I was confused about, and maybe this is a whole different one, and you guys can correct me. I thought this was going to be connected to Professor Xavier going to space and leaving.
The X-Men?
Yeah, because it was advertised in the book or something like that. Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to connect.
You thought we gave a fuck about what dirty muties are doing?
You think those goddamn mutagenic nasty bastards are gonna cohabitate any other kind of comic book?
I mean,
We're talking about this is Avengers space business.
This is national business of the.
We don't handle.
I mean, he's with the fucking.
No.
Okay.
I don't know
We
why
don't
you
handle
flipping
that.
and looking. You ain't gonna find
I
nothing
didn't
but
say he
big
was gonna-
green.
Hold on. We're talking about scientists, not lab rats. Not disgusting, muty lab rats. Okay. We're talking about
not the discharge.
We're talking about we're talking about the source, not the discharge. I'm kidding. I love the X-Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess this is some kind of like Hulk tie-in thing. Very much Hulk all over it. I was like, damn, this is a lot of Hulk talking. This is a lot of Hulk talking.
Talking straightforward.
No smash things yet.
Yeah,
No.
For the simple fact that World War Hulk and World Breaker Hulk is the only time Banner and the Hulk have been one coherent being.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm sensing that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, don't they
hate each other?
Yeah.
Nobody does it specifically. The Hulk hate Banner a lot.
Yeah, aren't they like not cool right now?
I was wanting to say, like, has any of us kept? I haven't. Any of you kept up with the Hulk? Like the
I got
War
to the
one?
first arc. It
Like,
was
No, not since.
Not since the
I'm
first
still.
I'm caught up.
okay. Like, does it seem like?
No, they don't like each other.
Oh, okay.
They don't talk to each other.
they're not speaking.
Yeah,
Did they mention like, oh, my son died? Until
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
I think that just came up in here.
Yeah, it just
like
came
that
up.
just.
Yeah.
In terms of the scope, it's very much still open for me, but there's a lot of stuff up in the air. The biggest draw, of course, is the end page when we find out who is behind the attacks.
Yeah.
That to me is the biggest draw. Everything up before then, it was just a lot of exposition, a lot of space
It was
people.
a lot. Yeah.
Nova mentioned.
Slap.
Nova mentioned.
Nova mentioned
Nova.
he's all in that bitch.
Nova.
He's on the cover.
Just the helmet's on the cover.
You
That's
mean
Nova.
the other one? You mean the kid, right?
No, Richard Rider.
Yeah, Richard Rider. He's all in this bitch. He's all in that.
Yeah, you know he's drunk and depressed.
I want the other one. I want to know what the other one's up to. Sam, I think his name is Samuel or something. I don't know.
Don't
Who
care.
cares?
Richard Rider mentioned.
Right.
Kid Nova is the same. Kid Nova.
Yeah. The I want to know what happened with that guy. He did say he was one of the only two. So I want to know where. I hope he comes in at some point.
Yeah.
Because Richard Rider's like, whatever. If you pay attention to that.
He's-
If you pay attention to space stuff. That's the other thing that caught my attention. The fact that not only are we dipping back into Hulk business, but we are back in space. Like it's going to take a lot
Intergalactic
of
diplomacy.
yeah.
a lot of space stuff in here. Like a lot of space stuff. Like wow. So that was a big draw for me. So like I said, I didn't really get sucked in until like the last 2 pages.
Because once you were able to like actually start we're past the exposition of the huge dialogue bubbles of what's going on, of the different the big setup. When shit started to go down, it was a lot more like, oh, okay, I'm kind of in. I get where we're going, kind of.
Right.
And
people
I
are
can, these
dying.
people are
There's
dying.
a game afoot.
There's characters.
Somebody's responsible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of high pro people involved.
Yeah.
And then we got the odds are starting to get stacked. And if we get to the end, we are put in a situation where everyone is launching war to one location on Earth. And it is exciting, interesting.
Yeah. Wait, didn't they say galactic?
Yeah, Galactic Wakanda Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, are they? I guess maybe they will go to Earth. Fuck it, because it's all Wakanda, I guess. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Either way,
Either way. Yeah.
Either way, same thing.
Yeah,
I still think it's the scrolls.
Oh, you think they're still...
I think they were. It is the scrolls. Well, they made the technology for the poison and all
Yeah,
that. They were involved, but
How can you be...
they were paid.
Like, they're shapeshifters. Like, what do you... Like, we see a Wakandan. Of course you do.
I mean, then we could just say about like...
But like, why would we like? It's such a. Why would we want to frame the Wakandans?
Because they're not there. They can't defend themselves.
Right, but I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work for
And they're based on Earth. And they're black.
and space. And space.
Who's gonna want to go see them and check and ask them questions? They're gonna just war on them. They're not gonna ask. They're gonna see who's under the mask. It could have been nobody. I mean, it could have been.
Which,
could have
by
been
the
a
way,
robot.
that outfit was fucking sleek, man.
It was
yeah.
cool.
They usually are.
Yeah, the Empire. The
Stop.
Intergalactic Wakandan space
Yeah.
stuff. Ooh,
Yeah.
Boy, that thing looked good.
this entire book like made me realize why I missed Jonathan Hickman. Or I mean, I still read him and like different stuff, but like a story like this where he can just put layers and layers and little things like. You can see little like Easter eggs through the entire thing. A good old little space mystery was really cool to kind of just like break down in the way he like he's been working in the cosmic space of Marvel with the gods and the different stuff like that, and kind of seeing the setup and the pieces and how this is going to be kind of it involves different factions, and he's giving everybody their own like point of view. It was really fun. It was a fun read for me. I know it was a lot of exposition, but I love just seeing like the art and especially the locales that they like visited. Cool to see War World or the second one, and kind of just going back and just seeing the different the character models and just the different interactions between all these empires that we haven't really seen since like the early days of the X-Men run, the Krakoa, where they started doing like the sword and stuff like that. So
Yeah, when they actually started to go a little bit more.
Yeah, he's setting the stage in a with a bigger base like the Hulks and all this space stuff.
And I like the clue, like the clue aspect of it, almost like
The
like
whodunit.
yeah, the whodunit of it. It's really cool. I think it's gonna end up
God
coming
damn it,
down
Hickman, you did it again.
to the Novas. And I went back and read a little bit of a rise or fall of House of X and Rise of Powers of 10. I can't remember what it was called, but the last thing, and like you can tell the difference of Hickman now writing it.
Yeah.
So once you pick up this, you're like, oh, it's a different level, and that's a ride.
Yeah, it's just my willingness.
Schlongs, but
it's
to
all
keep
my
going.
it's all my willingness to pay attention, and that's like who we start with.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, starting with not saying I didn't like it, but starting with all the people that I'm not as familiar with and don't care about, like the Star-Lord. Once we got to Star-Lord, I was like, Hulk I was semi in because I know about the Hulks. We got to the Star-Lord stuff. I was like, man.
This is my first.
Oh my god!
The movie didn't make you popular with me.
Right.
This is my first time seeing Asian Hulk. Yeah.
Cho?
Amadeus?
Joe?
Yeah. Yeah. I have.
You mean Braun?
Brown.
He's not Asian Hulk, sir.
I mean,
we call him. He's just a Hulk, and we call him Braun now.
You call him Brown now.
We-
You know him by now.
Yeah.
That's what his name is.
Braun. As long as you want Battle World, name Braun.
Name Brown.
Yeah.
But his name was Amadeus.
No,
Amadeus
Yeah,
Cho.
they say it's Amadeus.
that's his real name.
Oh,
His Hulk name
Is Braun.
Braun. Oh,
Braun Strowman.
Well, there you go.
Forgive me.
Look at you. I'm learning. There you
forgive
go.
me.
It was in the
Yeah.
book.
Meant one day. One day.
One day, what you'll forgive?
One day. One day I'll learn to forgive.
Oh, whatever.
Fun book. And now the comic that changed the world. that changed
comic,
Twitter.
The comic I heard around the world.
Still changing Twitter to this day. In so many ways. We were talking about
the Ryan Gosling.
all the
fuckers.
Ryan Gosling memes.
All the Ryan Gosling were right. They saw Marvel saw that like okay.
To be fair, they're not going as crazy with it as I thought they would.
Yeah.
It's like they're just reusing the same Ryan Gosling picture. Like, they're not getting creative.
because they're not creative. Someone had
they're
that
just
one
not how to
idea.
repeat. Yeah, they just know how to repeat.
Bots.
Yeah, they just know how to repeat something. Not really creative. But yes, the comic book that changed the world came to us from Joe Quesada, Christopher Priest, The World to Come, Marvel Knights #1.
Christopher Priest, what are you doing, buddy? What are you trying to say?
I'll start with the positives. I'll start by saying that Joe Quesada just beautifully pours art into this book. I love looking at it. If for one thing, I like looking at it.
Cool.
It's got a lot of cool art. Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. So
Okay. So, all right. I didn't get to this book, so please, like, the rough summary. What's going on?
the world has turned to shit. The old king is old and dying.
This is what, like, how many years? 20 minimum?
20 based off of
The end of Marvel Knights.
yes. So that this might be very well in like 2002, and then 20 years
Okay.
from that, in a world where it's kind of the same, but it's not. Storm and T'Challa.
My
are
guy,
married.
Storm died in a race war. We don't know if that's an actual race war or a mutant race war.
I'm like, which one?
Most likely a mutant race war.
Maybe.
But Storm died in a race war.
Bottom line is the prompts are the world's fucked, Storm is dead, and Wakanda has a new ruler. One very different from his previous rulers.
So
In what way?
the book jumps around timescales.
Yes.
And it goes in between just different time lapses. I was kind of confused at the beginning of where we're at, who I was looking at. Like, was it T'Challa that died of old age?
Yes.
Was it
T'Challa died of old. No.
No, they went through this. Right now, there's another civil war happening right now within Wakanda. And within that civil war, because you had I don't know who that light skinned chick that with the locks that came up.
We'll find out.
And she talked to him and said, "Hey, it's time to end this civil war. You know, the king has died." And he said, "This is not the first time this has happened. This is not the last time. We both know how that purple herb works."
And that's the thing. I think this is in the future.
No, yeah, that part is in the future where
and
the world is fucked.
And that's the thing that, like, so as it developed, I started seeing little things done in the art that kind of like tied characters into each other, and I kind of explained where they're going. Is it the right path to take? I don't know, but these guys have been around in the industry for 40 plus years.
He's been writing Black Panther for a long time.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt to see what they go with it. Is it fuckery? Yeah. Do I think they knew it was fuckery and they said, I think there was a conversation at the office where they said they looked at all the shit that people are saying, casting Ryan Gosling as Black Panther. They're like, what does that look like?
Listen, I won't give them that much credit, but I do think that there's no way they could have seen the blowback, but it is still press. And that is where I give them their props, because when's the last time you've seen this wide array of people talking about a comic book
that they never read?
That they've never, we'll get to that part. Yeah, they've never read. Anybody who's covered this outside of the nerds.
To be fair, once comic books get like so word of mouthy, all the people who are the loudest are the people who don't read the books.
That is true, like, and that's always be the same. But the point is that it reached that outer bubble again, and that has only happened a handful of times. The death of Captain America, Captain America's Hail Hydra moment.
Miles Morales.
Don't worry, I'll get to it. I didn't
Okay.
forget.
No,
it was pretty big. But yeah, the fact is it pierced the outer bubble. I've got podcasts that only cover what Remy Ma and Papoose are doing, talking about this comic. So
Not Papoose.
So I don't know who these people are. I just hear the names a lot. So the fact is, this comic has done the job of piercing the outer world and bringing attention in to something that's happening, as to something that goes on the shelves.
Yeah.
Now, is that a great play? Like you were saying, I don't love all the prompts that change the world, but let's not lose sight here of that this happens to everybody a myriad of ways. How did the X-Men die in Wolverine, in that last Wolverine joint where he was the only one left? Some bullshit. Some shit that they wouldn't die in. Like, these prompts just happen. They're fucking the world up, and they're putting our characters through something.
Okay.
And to that, I do give them the benefit of the doubt to see where it goes, because it's like, that's all I can do as a reader.
Yeah.
However, if I'm not fucking with it, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go read some other shit. There's all sorts of shit. There's indie shit.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you can read.
And there's a lot of things in this book that I kind of don't want to even like explain from my point of view.
The picture's already all over Twitter. It's everywhere.
This is going to be the
horrifying.
No, that picture was out before the comic book was in.
I was telling Heido this in the no. Was I telling you this? It was just before we started recording. I said I saw that face, and I shit you not, and I flashed back to Spider from Avatar. I was like,
Oh my God, that's
the new king of Wakanda.
yeah.
There's a lot of things in this book that kind of foreshadow different things to even the race swap, even the light skinned girl that I have theories on that I don't know if they're gonna pan out. Like I said, there's a lot of things in this book that are coded to kind of like give you a glimpse of like they have a plan for this.
Yeah,
and everybody's like, oh, they made Black Panther a white man,
which lets you know they just saw the panel and didn't read the book.
They didn't read. Yeah,
because if you read it, he's not necessarily like. It's not a good thing necessarily.
right? Yeah,
like,
it didn't make Wakanda a better place for it.
Yeah,
if anything,
yeah.
the future is telling us that it's shit's fucked up.
And
since they got a new ruler.
And the thing is that it's also like a deep look into government meddling.
Yeah.
Like all this is happening because of bureaucracy, because T'Challa is afraid to make any of the tribes mad. So what does he do? He goes outside to get a wife who is obviously living her life happily, and he comes in and he's like, hey, we're getting married. She didn't really even have much say into it, so she just goes with it. You move on forward, she's pregnant, but obviously not his kid. And like it's all in the book if you just look into it
pay
and not
attention
like
for a second.
what are these choices that he made in the first issue? How are they gonna develop into what we saw at the start of that book where it becomes a civil war?
Yeah.
So it's all of these choices that T'Challa is being forced to make other people happy that are coming back to bite him in his ass.
You want to know what the worst question that this book raises is?
What?
What's better, dictatorship or democracy?
Mm-hmm.
So,
And those are the things that I kind of want to explore with this. Like I think the shock value of it is purposely put there for this.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I just don't,
Marketing 101.
and I don't think they could have anticipated it being as received as it was, but it is
that
being
panel,
received. It just puts fear in your heart another way, right? It just mine. It's mine now. No, I'm with a lot of what you said. I'm willing to see what they've got, because again, it's not necessarily a good thing, and salute to like the brunch crowd who picks up a comic book when it's time to like, take the picture, black, Wakanda forever or whatever. It's like that they clock a lot of Marvel's like anti-black stuff, a lot of bullshit in ways that I don't even catch it. I'm just too into the core. I like a lot of this shit, so I don't see it, and I salute to those people because it's like, damn, that was racist. Damn, Marvel, that was fucking crazy that they did that.
Why do you do that?
That was fucking crazy. The closest experience we've ever had without any other influence was the fucking the Steve Rogers panel. That shit was nuts.
The racist ass
like,
panel I've
fist
ever
of
seen.
racism.
Dude, even the context about it was so bad.
Like, it was terrible. So, salute, because Marvel does do a lot of weird, just all of them. All these companies do some weird anti-black shit. You got the anime dude stepping on the black dudes to get better in his position. You got over here, you got Western comics. I know. I'm just saying that it's happening everywhere. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that, like, salute to those people for paying attention to this shit while I'm just here trying to read a comic book after work. At the same time, though, we do have to let shit unfold, because that's how this medium works. They're not going to tell you and make it all make sense in the first go. You have to like go and see what they have to say. It might be some bullshit. And there might be, because we got a lot on the table here. I'm not going to lie. We got a lot on the table here.
It's riding a very fine line. And it can turn bad really quick.
It's a lot on the table.
At least
lightly.
This is not Miles Morales' story.
I was just going to bet. Yeah.
I would argue that this is worse. If this goes wrong, come on. For us, this is worse. This is bad. Wakanda with a white ruler? That's terrible. So I think that's worse than some shoes up in
this one's telling a story.
By
the other
Odin's
one,
fade.
No, yeah, that was definitely like, it was bad.
At least it has a black.
hell.
At least it has a black writer.
Sometimes that didn't always.
Always work
sometimes
out?
it makes it worse. Sometimes it makes
Why
it
would you do that?
so much worse.
At
Like, why would you do it?
At least if they were white, you'd be like, of course they would do that.
Yeah, of course they would do that.
But then they look like you and like,
oh.
what were you thinking?
I'm very much on the side of seeing where it goes, because I don't think if you read the entire comic book all the way through that you're going to come out feeling the same way that you did if you just looked at and assumed
Yeah.
that Wakanda has a white ruler just because Marvel said fuck T'Challa.
Yeah.
I think it's a little deeper than that, and if you're willing to challenge yourself and go a little deeper, you might walk away with a story, or at the very least, 4 months from now, when this is all said and done, we can be like, hey, remember when Wakanda had a white ruler?
That was crazy, right?
That was crazy.
Like
That was crazy.
And like I said, I think waiting for this to play out really will determine the fact. Like, listen, if this comes out to be bullshit,
It's bullshit.
the flag is gonna hit the fucking. It's going to hit the fucking wall.
Isn't this not the first time he tried to do this?
Not the fucking throne. Not the throne. He's been in the ballpark, but not the throne.
They weren't inside.
They weren't inside the house.
Wait, so they've had like the
I think he had like a white half brother or some shit.
Yeah, okay.
But he wasn't the king. This is crazy. Little Spider's got himself. He's the king of Wakanda.
I just want to go at least like a few months without seeing Black Panther getting like just beaten on.
I don't know. Fuck T'Challa, though. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck him.
Your little mix.
He's okay. I do think that we hold some characters like a little close to the chest, and it's like, why are we doing that? Like, it's not my shit. If I wanted to go see something, I can look elsewhere for what I really need. But if you're playing with M-House, it's their toys, and if they decide Miss Nesbitt and T'Challa are going to switch outfits today, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you would hope that they handle it with the care that would explain why T'Challa is dressed like Miss Nesbitt.
I'm just waiting on the book for Miles to be
That's what
Black
I'm
Panther.
waiting for. I'm waiting for that.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, I'm out of here. This is,
Because I don't want to spoil, but the beginning kind of lets you know where this is gonna go.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'm like, oh, well,
Like-
okay. Well, all right. That makes sense.
Like they showed you homeboy from the beginning. Who
Nah,
he
he's a
is.
doom bot.
Like that's him. That's baby boy. Right there. The old man that's leading the resistance. So I was like, where is this going? And the homegirl looks an awful lot like her, and she might be related to him. So there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, you exactly. I'm with you on that. And
we
I
need
hope
the lines.
It's time. It's time, Wakanda. For far too long, you've been a little too dark. It's time for the light skins to rise up.
and listen,
There's creamer in the coffee.
and listen.
A little bit of hazelnut in your dark roast.
I'm not gonna
will do
sit
you
here
right.
What?
and not Kate for the light skin.
You're not? Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like
You look in that mirror.
I'm like,
You're
don't know.
you're like,
Doesn't
we're in Wakanda?
Oh shit! Yeah.
shit.
I know. Before in that movie, we only had one.
I feel like little.
Now there's too much church music and R&B
our
going
time.
on. It's time for some alternative in there.
This is our time.
Sorry, time.
Right here, right next to the king. so I don't know.
Okay.
Jokes aside, it's just like a regular comic where the shit's different.
Yeah.
But it's an issue one with a lot of substance in it. It doesn't just introduce things to you. It sets puzzle pieces on the ground.
Yeah.
More subtle ones and more obvious ones.
Right. And if you don't want to follow through, if this is just like a step two.
And I get it.
And I get it. I do understand.
If you want to rage against a machine, this is a perfect.
Yeah.
Because I saw
Yo,
some vitriol like
Yo.
Christopher Priest, you
you fucking weirdo.
Right, like
Fuck you. They were going crazy.
yeah. I was like, I felt bad. Like, let the man fucking just wait to see what the fuck it ends in. Then we can drag him through the streets and shame him if you want. But
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, go back and read your manga.
Yeah.
Shit, F that.
Go read Bitterroot. There's tons of.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much. If you want to get passionate about some shit, there's way too many black creators, too many indie creators that could use some of that fucking energy that y'all are blowing up out there on this shit. Y'all sound nuts. Like you never read a comic book before in your life.
They don't read.
Seriously. I mean, I don't know. Just.
If I'm Marvel, I'm excited because he did his job.
He did his fucking job. Yeah. And it's like T'Challa being Billy Badass is his default state. That's not going anywhere. And that's true for a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Their default state, when I say Captain America, there's an image in my head. Two images in my head of how these characters look, what they look like.
Okay.
You know, how they walk through the world. And that's not going anywhere for him. It's not being replaced by a white dude. Yeah. So it's like
it's just the other.
T'Challa is still T'Challa at the end of the day.
This is just a comic,
and it's not the first time he's lost his throne.
Right. So you know, like just let the shit play out.
If he doesn't lose his throne, he has nothing left to do.
Right.
If he doesn't lose his throne, he can't. He doesn't have a goal to do to move forward.
Yeah, all this shit. Like I feel where a lot of the people are coming from. I really do. Like we've had a rough couple of years, rough string of years. You know, like we don't want to see black people getting punched in the face in every way, in every medium across the infinity. Don't always want to see that shit. But this medium is particularly, that's the department. The good guys get punched in the face, kicked in their fucking ass. They get their capes pulled over their heads. And then 4 months from now, we're going to see how they overcome that situation.
Yeah.
And that has to happen to T'Challa too. This constantly, he needs to be affirmed as like black excellence and nothing can happen to him. That's boring as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's boring as hell. Yeah. I don't want to see that for anybody's comic. Maybe 2 runs or so where
it's going good.
Yeah,
like it's fine.
like couple just to reestablish the status quo. But like, let's do some shit different. Something that's happened to Steve Rogers before he stopped being Captain America and whatever. Something that Hail Hydra moment that we kind of put back there, that changed his image in a, to me, a profoundly interesting way in Captain America comics going forward. Like that image in your head, like I was talking about, when you see the characters. When you see Steve Rogers, everyone listens to him. He's stoic. He does the speeches. But after that moment, it's like finally there was a dual conscience. Like, what do you stand for? America? Like, what is that shit? Why? Yeah. Like, none of this shit is like that. You're not even like, what is this shit for? You look goofy, you look stupid, dumb in your costume. Why are you still doing this? And he had to reckon with a lot of that shit. And in some comics, when writers are conscious of that, he still does. That's a good change. So it's like, just let the shit shake out. I think we'll be fine either way.
Remember, this is not canon to the main universe. This is completely this what if. And what if it fails? What if it sucks? Let's see. Right.
616 T'Challa, he's got plenty to do. He's about to fight 2 Hulks. He's good. Yeah. So,
Yeah. We shall see.
We shall see.
Shall see.
A lot on the table.
Jack
like, don't get right. It's still
a lot.
Jack Kirby didn't beat up a racist outside of the fucking Marvel office in 1963 for Black Panther for them to just throw it all away.
Right. I would hope. So
otherwise, you people out there act like you've been here before.
We're still half full.
Yeah.
Not like that, but
I need a little something stronger.
Let's everybody, ease off a little bit and see things progress.
Go read Bitterroot.
Go read anything. Yeah. Super Dangerous. Go read anything.
Speaking of, before we jump out of here, anybody else reading things?
Caught Up on Storm. It's absolutely amazing. One of the best comic book runs that this character's had probably ever.
Yeah, go read Storm.
Yeah,
Storm's fantastic.
It's been this very strong last year, several years for Storm. X-Men Red, fucking all her arcs through the X-Men, and now her solo book, which is
this is her renaissance.
And
she's a god.
And the way that this is tying, I
said what I said.
The way that this is tying the Thor when we first started reading with the Black Winter, remember? Like it was like issue number 1 of the. Fuck, I forget who wrote that Thor one, but
Al Ewing most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, All right.
Tying that in with like the Black Winter now, like okay, we're going somewhere with the story that was told fucking like 4 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
let's see where this goes. And yeah, Storm is cool. Magic just finished her first arc, which I still think is
how many issues?
really good.
Like I
It's-
kind of.
I think
it's gonna
9 or
continue.
10.
No, Magic is on the
Oh, you
5.
said Magic? I thought you just said Storm. My bad.
No, the Magic is good, and I've been reading that.
I have to say I think I found one good. I think I'm gonna probably maybe put this on the docket for next time. Godzilla, there be aliens.
How did I know? How did I know? How did I know it would just have something
The
to do
only
with
one
Godzilla?
talking about it. All right, I like it. It's setting up some stuff. It's kind of it's very interesting. I like the fact, and especially maybe I won't because like especially for like Godzilla nerds because it's putting like the two alien races from the old movies against each other, and the battlefield is basically going to be Earth.
Let me know.
Yeah,
when
Race
Space
war.
Godzilla
monkeys
shows up.
versus roaches or something.
Let me know when Space Godzilla shows up.
Oh yeah, I think
Hey,
he's in there.
listen, bring it
Already?
in.
No, he was mentioned. I think like he's like so. Yeah, I'll let you.
Hey,
know.
listen, put it on the docket if you have to.
Okay,
You know?
well.
If we can get you and the other 4 Godzilla fans that read comics,
That's
come
3
listen to
more
the pod.
viewers.
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly. I'll take what I can get here.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I really like that one. That was pretty good. Yeah, but besides that, yeah,
I've been doing a lot of Ultimates.
Oh, how is
Ultimate
that?
run. I don't know if it's because shiny toy syndrome, seeing these guys in familiar territories, but at the same time, every last one of them are great.
Yeah,
like how
you
you say unfamiliar.
You're still
familiar.
reading the main Ultimate?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
I really wanted to pick it up just because of how they redid Shang-Chi. It's a kid. That's dope as hell.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by unfamiliar. Familiar.
Okay.
This is not so foreign that it's like groundbreaking, but it's still new.
It's giving Dragon Ball Z, and I wanted to grab it, but I was at my limit. So
Did anyone read
And I've
the
been reading
Wolverine
Miles.
The what?
one? Wolverine.
Ultimate Wolverine.
Wolverine,
I'm
yeah.
good.
I read the first issue. It was cool.
I'm good on that.
You're gonna okay.
Wolverine
But
needs hair on his chest.
he doesn't have no hair.
He needs to be a man.
He's a naked boy.
He needs to be a man.
Did they make him a boy too?
I'm
He
reading
looks a little younger.
I mean, if
I'm
he's in a test
reading-
tube, he wouldn't have hair.
Yeah, he was a little younger, so I don't like that.
I'm reading the Laura Kenny Wolverine.
Oh, how's
I was
that?
gonna wait. I was gonna wait before to say anything because are you reading it?
Not yet.
Go ahead, tell him.
I didn't see it when I was looking. I went to the Godzilla section and she wasn't there.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm looking for soul samples over in the Greek music
Remember how
section.
hard he was fighting for her?
Hey,
how hard he was fighting for her?
the Naruto Ninja Turtles is updated. You still reading that?
They weren't in the Godzilla section, so I didn't
Oh,
see.
right.
I may have
Was it,
one
are they
section.
lizards?
I just had to check.
Yeah, no.
I mean, one could argue.
Reptiles.
They're
Yeah.
reptiles.
One could argue, yeah. But with
Yeah.
that being said, y'all, I mean, I think if no one's got any other recommendations, that's
Read Berserk. It's good.
bet.
There you go.
All right. That has been the end of our comic book reviews. Have you read The World to Come? What do you think about the White Ruler of Wakanda?
Yeah.
Are you a gasp? Are you into Imperial?
Are you
ready?
for white or against white?
That's not. I mean,
What?
Yeah.
He's white ruler, so
Yeah.
for right or against. Yeah,
Hey, the fight could even be over for all we know.
I agree.
it's true.
As you can see, I am not dead. Again.
Because he was beating that boy's ass.
Yeah, he's whipping that ass. Spider had a cool little outfit. I won't lie.
So when you get a chance, read that Miles Morales.
Named Spider. For,
Yeah,
main
this is
line
Spider
and-
now.
That's Spider.
I heard somebody called him fuck, what they call him?
I call him ketamine.
Ketamine. Yeah, like the
I call it
ketamine.
ketamine.
That ketamine, pouring that ketamine on Wakanda. That's why the shit looks bad.
He put it with the flower. when
Drying up the shrub?
root- yeah,
Yeah.
he dried the
Oh, my
shrub.
Lord.
Mixed it together.
Standing there like
Nah,
Elon
this herb
Musk
ain't hitting.
fighting
This
his
herb ain't hitting right. Hold on.
I know. Got some good shit.
You need little. On it.
fucking sitting there like Elon Musk. Like
I know. Right? Oh my! Look it up.
Crazy stuff.
He's gonna
Yeah.
risky business through the palace of
Oh my God!
Wakanda.
He is just one of Elon Musk's kids.
Ugh, just like
He is
leave
from South- they
Elon
did
Musk
say
out of
South
the
Africa.
Yeah,
please leave him out of the
Yeah.
please.
he is African.
He is African. And he's,
With that being said,
Until he's deported, leave him out of this.
yes. All right. Yeah. What are you guys reading? Follow us everywhere at Thirsty Nerds. You can follow me at What's King Making at What's King Making on YouTube.
You can follow me at Just_Uno on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at Stooge Prime on Twitter.
You can follow me at Art of Sumo on Instagram and Twitter.
You still can't believe that.
I'm still.
Yeah, you're just wow.
Later, nerds.
Peace out, nerds.